Well, we made it to 300 episodes of Paper Napkin Wisdom, which means I've officially talked into a microphone more than most people talk to their relatives. To celebrate, head over to papernapkinwisdom.com, scroll down, type book in the contact form, fill out the rest of the information, and we'll send you 3 free ebooks: the Demand Blueprint, the Profit Blueprint, and the Gratitude Ritual. That's $25 in value, cheaper than therapy, and way more useful.
Welcome to Paper Napkin Wisdom, where we share pearls of wisdom shared by some of the world's top entrepreneurs, leaders, and difference makers. Here's your host, Govind Jayaraman.
Hi, I'm Govind Jayaraman, and this is Paper Napkin Wisdom, episode 318, and another in the Edge of the Napkin series. So today's conversation is not one I planned, but it's one that arrived anyway. It's been a tender few months at our home, and when life presses in on you like that, it has a way of revealing something you didn't expect to see. Something about who we all are and what we carry and what shapes the people we become. You've probably had moments like that too, moments where emotion catches you off guard. Moments when someone says something simple, almost in passing, and it echoes inside you for far longer than it should. That happened recently to me in a way that brought together people and the men in my life, the way we support each other, and the quiet ways we learn what strength really looks like. And here's the thing. When you look closely at those moments, when you let yourself actually feel the parts you normally push away, you begin to realize that some of the most powerful truths in life are the ones we rarely say out loud. Today, I want to invite you into one of those truths. It's personal, it's emotional, it's very human, and it might open something for you the way it opened something for me. So let's dive in. There are episodes that come from concepts. And then there are episodes like this one. Episodes that come straight from the corner of your chest. It's been a challenging few weeks. And if I'm being honest, it's been a challenging few months. Stacey's father, my father-in-law, has been living through the final stretch of his cancer journey. And there's so much I want to say about that part, the health part, the living part, the part where you realize how fragile, how sacred, and how unfair life can be all at once. But today is not about that. Today is about something else that came out of all of this, something emotional, something unexpected, and something almost hidden, something beautiful. It hit me after watching a clip from Steve Harvey. And in it, he said something that stopped me cold. He said, "Your father is the only man on earth who wants you to be better than him. The only one who can tell you he's proud of you and mean it without an ounce of competition." And he added a story about when his father died, he knew he would never hear those words again. And I felt that hard, like someone had reached inside and hit a tuning fork that I didn't even know was there. Because I've been thinking and talking a lot about masculinity with some friends on calls. And I don't mean the Instagram version of masculinity, not the performative version, not the loud version, not the let me tell you how tough I am version. No, the real thing, the quiet kind, the kind that shows up, the kind that holds space, the kind that provides emotionally, spiritually, energetically, not just financially. And over the past few months, I've been sitting with men and holding space with friends, creating room for vulnerability. And it's been powerful, uncomfortable at times, humbling, and really human. And when I heard Steve Harvey say that, something clicked because he's right. A father, a good father, wants you to be better than him, not as an ego thing, not as a scoreboard, but as a generational prayer. And I'm so lucky. I'm really, really lucky. I have a father who calls me often, and it's often just to remind me of who I can be. He tells me that he's proud of me. He tells me that he believes in me. He tells me he sees something in me, even when I don't. And he means it. Not because he needs something from me, because he wants more for me. And I realized something else. I do this too. I want my sons to be better than me. I want my daughter to be better than me. I want my brother to be better than me. I want all of them to exceed me in ways that I can't even imagine yet. Not because I'm diminishing myself, but because that's the job. And it goes further. I'm beginning to see that I want my friends truly to be better than me too. Not just, I hope you succeed, I'm rooting for you, but I'm actively cheering for you. I'm actively proud of you no matter what happens. I'm actively wanting you to win in ways that you haven't even believed are possible yet. More, bigger, deeper, faster, higher. And that's not something a lot of men say, not out loud and maybe not even privately, because somewhere along the way, we were told that we have to compete with each other because there's a winner and there's a loser. And there wasn't enough room. And that another man's success somehow diminished our own. Another powerful voice in the room somehow made ours quiet. But that's a lie. It's one of the most harmful lies we've ever inherited. A few weeks ago, I made a decision, a simple one, a small one, but one that feels like this quiet revolution in my own life. I decided that I would no longer be the silent person in the people I care about's corner. Not for my friends, not for my family, not for the other men I care about, not for the other women I care about, not for anyone whose life intersects with mine in a meaningful way. I decided that I was going to be the active person in their corner, the man who actually says the thing out loud, the man who sends the message, the one who reminds them that they matter, that they're seen, that I'm proud of them, that I believe in them, that they can do hard things, and they're becoming something incredible. They're becoming who they really are. So I've been sending out some notes every week, quiet messages to the people I love and I care about. Messages that say, I'm proud of you. You matter to me. I see what you're doing. I believe in you. You're doing better than you think, and you're not alone. And something interesting happened. Every single one of them has written back. Some wrote paragraphs, some wrote a line, some said, thank you, I needed that. But here's the best thing. Almost all of them said some version of, I don't get to hear this from many people. And that hit me again. Because how many men, good men, strong men, men who are carrying an entire world on their shoulders, go through the day, the week, the month, the year without ever hearing, I'm proud of you? How many men don't have someone who wants them to become better? How many men don't have someone cheering them on without competition or comparison? And that's true for all humans. And here's the bigger question. What if we all lived that way? What would happen if every man became the man in someone else's corner? Every man became that person in somebody else's corner? What would it change? What would it heal? What would it unleash? What would it do for marriages, for partnerships, for friendships, for communities, for sons who don't know how to be men, and for daughters who want strong men and need to see what healthy masculinity looks like? Because here's my belief. True masculinity is the willingness to provide, protect, and initiate connection. Not domination, not superiority, not control, connection. Being the man who checks in first, the man who reaches out without being asked, the man who says the thing out loud, the man who goes first so others feel safe following. You don't have to be the leader to be a leader. You just have to apply leadership. And being someone's man in the corner, that's leadership. There's a story I've been thinking about, a parable I want to tell you. It's not about boxing, well, not really, but it starts there. There was once a young fighter named Sam, talented, strong, smart, but he kept losing. Every match, every time. Same pattern. He'd walk into the ring confident, and he'd walk out defeated. After his third loss in a row, he slumped in the change room, hands on his head, feeling like he wasn't cut out for the sport or for life. An older man was sweeping the hallway outside, a retired fighter, though Sam didn't know that yet. He watched the kid sit there, then he walked in. "Rough night," the old man said. Sam nodded. "You've got talent," the man said, "but talent doesn't win fights." Sam didn't look up. The old man crouched next to him and said quietly, "Kid, do you know why you're losing?" Sam shrugged. The man said, "Because you don't have a corner." Sam frowned. He said, "My coach is right over there." He said, "No." The old man said, "I didn't say a coach. I said a corner." Then he explained, in a fight, the corner is the place you return to when you're hurt. It's the place someone wipes the blood from your face. It's the one spot in the entire arena where there is zero judgment. It's the one place where the person tells you the truth, but believes in you more than you believe in yourself. A fighter without a corner doesn't lose because he's weak. He loses because he's alone. A week later, the young fighter asked the old man to be in his corner, and that changed everything. The old man didn't teach him new punches. He didn't change his stance. He didn't redesign his entire fighting style. He did one thing. He believed in him out loud. In the next match, Sam got hit harder than before. It wasn't working. He stumbled. He almost went down. But when he looked in his corner, he didn't see disappointment. He didn't see judgment. He didn't see someone shaking their head. He saw someone who said with absolute certainty, "You're okay. You're strong. You can do this. I believe in you." And for the first time, Sam fought like someone who wasn't alone, and he won. Not because he suddenly became a better fighter, but because finally he had someone in his corner. And over time, Sam became that man for others. Not as a coach, not as a trainer, just as someone who understood that no one wins alone. So, as I've been walking through the end of my father-in-law's life, I've been thinking a lot about these corners. Who's in mine? Who I'm in for? And what it means to be a man in the world where there are so many men lonely in plain sight. So many humans lonely in plain sight. And I realized something. We underestimate how much strength there is in encouragement. We underestimate what happens when one man tells another person, "I'm proud of you. I see what you're carrying. You're doing better than you think." Not as a pep talk, not as a performance on a stage, but as truth. We wildly underestimate what happens when we initiate connection instead of waiting for someone else to go first. Because here's the quiet reality that most men won't admit. Most humans won't admit. We all want someone in our corner, and we all feel alone more often than we say. So just imagine, what would change in the world if we all became active corner men, active corner people for each other? Imagine marriages where men and women and people felt more supported instead of silently drowning. Imagine friend groups where men didn't hide their fear behind bravado. Imagine sons growing up learning that strength and softness can coexist. Imagine daughters growing up knowing exactly what healthy masculinity looks like and feels like. Imagine a world where being a man meant lifting others, not protecting your own status. That's the world I want for my children. That's the world I want for my family, my brothers, my friends. That's the world I'm choosing to create in small, quiet ways. Not with keynote speeches, not with pronouncements, but with messages in the mornings that might say, hey, I'm proud of you. Or calls that start with, just checking in. How are you really doing? Or moments where I say the thing that we're all thinking but never say. You matter to me. You're doing good work. And you're great just the way you are. Because if Stacey's father's journey taught me anything, and it's taught me a lot, it's that our time to say the thing we really feel is always shorter than we think. And I don't want to leave things unsaid and unfelt. So if this entire episode could fit on a single napkin, it would say, be the man in someone else's corner. Not silently, not passively, not someday, actively, intentionally, out loud, because a man with someone in his corner, a human with someone in their corner, becomes more than they ever thought they could be. And the man who is that corner for others, well, he becomes the kind of man the world is starving for. So before today ends, send one message to someone in your life. There's no need to fix anything. Like, it's not to fix anything. It's not to perform. It's not to coach something. It's not to impress. Just to say, I'm proud of you. I see you. I'm in your corner. I believe in you. I'm checking in. When you do that once a week, quietly, watch what happens to your relationships and to your own sense of purpose. The fastest way to gain momentum is to give it away. And real masculinity isn't loud. It's consistent. It's steady. It's supportive. It's generational. It's love expressed as strength and belief. And it starts with something small enough to fit on a napkin. Make it a great day.